The Pythagorean theorem. Sounds hard, it really is not. And I feel that the Pythagorean theorem is a difficult um thing but it's not. I think when you first learn it, you're like, what? But I think it's gonna be easier. Welcome everyone to Random Math Help. And today we're gonna go into a quick deep dive into the Pythagorean theorem and how to solve for C, A, or B. Now, the Pythagorean theorem, like I previously mentioned, sounds hard, but it isn't. And, I think when you first learn it, it might be a little hard. I know it was a little difficult for me, but with a little practice, you can solve it easily. Now, you go up to someone and they don't know what the Pythagorean theorem is. I can probably bet that most don't. However, when you give the equation, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, everyone's going to know it because it's one of the most famous, in my opinion. Oh, well, I didn't circle all of it, but it's the most famous equation out there. So right here, I have a problem. Leg A equals 4. And those are the legs. The sides are called legs when we're dealing with this. So we have leg A, and this equals 4. Leg B equals 3. And we need to find what leg C equals. Well, how do we do that? Well, it's pretty easy. We use our equation, which is 4 squared, because A squared, well, A equals 4, so we plot that in. B equals 3, so 3 squared equals C squared. So now let's solve it. To figure out something that's squared, you times it by itself. So 4 times 4 equals 16, right? And 3 times 3 equals 9. If you're following along, you can write this down, to pause the video. So we have now 16 plus 9. What does that equal? 25. Well, yeah, you think, okay, 25, that's easy. But we're not done yet. We are not done yet by any means necessary. And I'm just going to fix this 4. So we have 16 plus 9 equals 25. Well, you're thinking, well, that's our answer. We just square that. It's not. It's really not, because that doesn't make sense. How would one side be 4 and one side be 3 and the other side's 25? You'd have to have a very, very odd shaped, and mathematically, I'm not sure that is possible. So what we have to do is find the square root. And you're probably wondering, square root? I didn't know we had to do square root. Well, 25 is c squared. But we don't want c squared. It's not asking us for c squared. It's asking us for c. So to find c, you have to square root it, because c is squared equals 25. So we have to figure out the square root of c squared. So it's very easy because of the numbers we're using. 25 square root, right? This simple. This equals 5. Because 5 times 5 is 25. But 5 is our answer. 5 is our answer. Because 4 squared plus 3 squared equals 5 squared. With practice comes knowledge. And you will, with enough practice of these types of problems, you can find multiple examples on the internet. You can solve this. So let's clear our page. And let's do a bit of a more difficult example. And by difficult, it's not very difficult at all. So we have A, B, C. However, this time, we know what C is. It's 5. And we know what B is. It's 3. Now we want to know what leg A is. And some people are thinking, oh, well, we just use our same formula, right? A squared plus B squared equals C squared, right? You think, oh, well, C squared plus B squared equals A squared. And that's not, because this is always going to be I think, no matter what, the longest one. So we have to do a slightly different formula. So instead of a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? We want c squared minus b squared equals a squared. And if this makes any, this doesn't make too much sense, here's a perfect example. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Let's say this is A, B, and C. Well, let's say that's gone, right? So now we have x plus 2 equals 4. Well, we need to know what the other half is to get to 4. To figure that out, we have to get rid of the b to get x, which in this case is 2. So it's a bit difficult, right? It may not make all that much sense, but look, especially in words, but it makes enough sense. So let's just plot in our numbers again. C squared, which is 5 squared, minus b squared, which is 3 squared, equals a squared. Well, we know this is 25, we know this is 9, and we know this will equal 16. But like the other one, this is a squared. 16 is a squared. We want just plain out old a. So 16 square root 4. 4 is our answer over here. So 4, 3, 5. So rearranging the problem, and you're using subtraction instead of addition because they go together. And you can do the same thing. You can switch out a squared and b squared, right? C squared minus a squared equals b squared. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. C squared minus b squared equals a squared. It all works. Symbiotic. That's it for Random Math Help episode 2. If you need more help, just look in the comments. I'll try to help you, or that's what the internet's for, to Google it. So thanks for tuning in, and goodbye, everyone.